I'm glad that the buzz is there. I think first time in my life I'm ever feeling a release of a cinema. And even the biggest hits of my career went silently. I didn't even know that my films were hits for a longer time. Even sometimes it took me 1.5, 2 years people to tell me. So always I was in some kind of a turbulent situation where I could not get to feel the taste of release or post-success. But always I had seen failures first. I had experienced failures. I had never never tasted success. I knew in this kind of buzz. Now the times have changed and the dynamics have changed. And I understand this kind of hype exists. First time I'm finding it quite strange to experience such. But constantly in a political turbulence will be there. But regarding the film release, I'm finding it quite strange, and it's also a very new experience for me.
So also, going by the promotions of the movie, it has been on its own pace. Do you feel less is more in current times, or because people also get exhausted seeing a lot of content out there?
Yeah, I personally feel for exactly those are the reasons which always I feel less is better, and that kind of sometimes not doing anything is also not right. In my situation, normally I would not have gone to this extent. But I feel the kind of delay because of my political and also turbulence, and both all the three films had took a little beating because of my political decision making. So to compensate that, to whatever best I could do for the film, I think I should do it as a part. Whether you might be a deputy chief minister, you might be known to as a political leader, you might be head of a political party. But when it comes to cinema, I think you should do your bit part. That's what I felt. I told myself, I think that's what I'm doing.
From being an actor, a superstar, to your journey at political, a journey, as a politician, both are different professions altogether. How do you balance that?
It's quite difficult. It's quite difficult. Sometimes I wish I could have been a very simple guy with no politics and no cinema. So both are very demanding and very challenging roles. But politics is all the more. So many times I thought I should have completed my films and then I should have come into politics. But there were times like that, but somehow by God's grace I've been able to manage both till now. I think henceforth my time would be more for politics because I could dedicate only 2 hours and frankly speaking I could dedicate only 6 hours or 8 hours in a week. So within that 8 hours, I think they could finish the film in the last part of the film. And henceforth, it's going to be all the more difficult to focus on cinema. I think, I don't know whether I would, to what extent I would act in the future, unless it it falls into my schedule.
Just adding to that, there came a time also where you kind of said, you want to kind of take a back seat when it comes to your acting journey. Is it because, you have to kind of, give dedication to the other journey which you're focusing on?
Say again?
Because you had to give a back seat, basically let go of acting journey.
No, it's for me, first of all, I'm not, if I don't do cinema, I can't survive. Film is my bread and butter, and I don't have any real estate properties where it generates income. And politics is, for me, it is duty, it is not a money income source. So for me, cinema is only my bread and butter. If I don't act, then I would produce films. And I would like to convey good stories, which would kind of films which I like. It should be entertaining and also it should give some kind of educate. So the right word would be entertainment.
So last 2 questions to you, and I really want to let you go off you also because you also have busy work. But so I just wanted to ask you this, because social media has been, turning as rampant right now, and content sometimes get leaked. You have also faced the repercussions of some of your content, coming out. How do you feel like, one should be, taking care of content in current times?
Which content came in recent times?
So one of your movies, basically the Rashi Khanna.
Yeah, I find it, after doing a lot of hard work, a lot of investment, when the entire film is released on the net, it was very painful. And you cannot do anything about it. And whether they had done it intentionally, accidentally, but nevertheless it went into public. What about the money being invested? And you do a lot of mini battles to finish a film, and finally by the end of the release you want to sit and relax. But I don't know, strangely in my life, a lot of such obstacles had happened. Somehow I feel, sometimes I feel whether dharma exists. But in one of my film got released on the net, then there is no scope of becoming a super duper hit because people had seen it already. But it became one of my biggest blockbusters of my career. Then I realize, dharma prevails. That's what I feel. In the same way, this is the reality of our life. Of contemporary times, technology is so invasive. I think we should accept it and find ways to mitigate or to confront and make our way out. And I think that's a part of our journey, I think, part of our decision, part of the taking the film forward, I think.
This movie also has Bobby Deol, playing a prominent role. Would you prefer going, on other side, like in the Hindi industry of promoting a movie? How do you see it as?
First of all, forget about Bombay. Even here itself, I find it very awkward, to sell a film. Because if you're a man of an artistic nature, you don't like to sell. Okay, I did this, I did that. For me, what a film should do is whether it has hooked me, it is entertaining for me or not. So I find it a bit awkward to tell, okay, I had done this, I jumped from this. I find it a bit awkward. I never got used to it, even now. Even someone tells me, okay, what would be this? And I said, max is, I could say the concept or something, but I can never say this is it. But other actors, I can say a lot about it, especially with the Bobby Deol, because I used to see my brother, Mr. Chiranjeevi is an actor, superstar, and I used to go with him for shoots in Ooty. There I had met Bobby Deol. Bobby was around 17 that time. So I used to see him, and he's our favorite actor, Dharmendra's son. We used to watch him. So it was quite nostalgic when I met him, and I told him this, that I'd see him, maybe he doesn't remember me then. So he did a fantastic job as Aurangzeb. His intensity is unmatched. And he really excelled in delivering a great performance. We acted in few scenes, but it comes in the later part, or second part, not in this part. But here we did one scene together from this first part. I think he has done a fabulous job, and I'm glad that it is Bobby Deol, none other than not anyone else.
And lastly, sir, before I let you go, what are your upcoming projects you're focusing on? And at the same time, would you prefer exploring a movie down, in the Bollywood industry as such?
I'm not cut out for films either, so I don't think even of Hindi films. I don't think, because I am very comfortable in. Because for me, to do a film, you should know the language. The language should be thinking language. So for Telugu is my thinking language. Telugu is my mother tongue. So the kind of comfort what I get in Telugu, I will never get in. Though I know a bit Tamil, but in Hindi, I think I read and write, but I never truly looked into it. Maybe if I would have been a complete actor without politics, definitely I must have gotten into it. But even for that, I would have made Hindi as my thinking language, because everything can't be, actor should be very spontaneous. So he can be only spontaneous when he has a command of the language. I think if I would have been just an actor, definitely I would have jumped into Hindi.
So lastly, your upcoming projects you're focusing on apart from this?
There are no projects. I think I finished all my 3 projects, and this is out of 3, the first one is releasing, and one is going to be in September 25th. The other would be maybe a little 2 months here and there. And I'm also finishing that film in the next 6 days. And after that, I could focus more on politics. Thank you.